Welcome to the Asian X Games 6 presented by Toyota Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. Keith Allen ready to take you through a full hour of action. We got so much, we got to get right to it.
I started out sneaking it. I had to hide it from my mom. She didn't want me riding, and I ended up riding kind of behind.
My background with motocross is 10, 15 years of racing. My mom, my dad, my brother, they all raced at one point, and I was actually scared of them. I had a bike.
I started racing when I was about 14 years old, and broke my wrist racing arena cross, case of triple, and broke both.
At 16, she finally allowed me to ride. I got into motocross, rode that for, about...
I was the kid jumping things that no one else would, and somehow I fell into freestyle. Went to college and quit for 4 years, and fell back into racing at a professional level, and freestyle popped up.
I guess it's kind of in our blood. I mean, it's... You know, unless I can't ride, I'm going to ride. I mean, there's nothing that's going to stop me. So, I think a lot of people
had a new ramp called the Super Kicker there, and no one had jumped it. There was only a few guys that had jumped it. And my good buddy Holman back here was coming in from practice, and I'm like, you know, how fast you hit that thing? He's like, well, you know, I came up a little short. So don't go too slow.
Every time I got hurt for a few minutes, you know, on the way to the hospital, or like we were saying in another interview, it comes into your mind, but by the next day, you know, I mean, the pain's kind of subsided, or it's kind of built into your system. You can't just, most people can't just quit. I know I could.
Going up to the ramp, I'm like, okay, don't go too slow. So, a little bit extra gas, and then I'm going, oh man, there goes the landing. This is gonna hurt. So I just kind of grunted, and then my teeth flew out, and my legs broke, and I just went to pieces. But I'm put back together, and I'm still riding with this guy, and we're still friends. So we couldn't be happy.
There's no way, I had no idea of any of this. I started jumping and doing some tricks for nothing, you know, just to please my dog in my backyard. I was the only thing that would watch me.
What I like about being me is acting like I'm 10, and I don't want to get old, be fat and sit on the couch all day. I'm going to roll around and roll down a hill if I'm fat. Do something like that. I'm not going to sit on the couch.
Being paid to wear gear, and those are things I never even thought were possible as a kid. I dreamed of having my own track, and I have my own track. Having my own freestyle setup and ramps, and those are all things I never thought I'd have, and freestyle's brought all that for me. So being able to travel with my wife, and being able to travel and see countries I never ever would have gone to, it's been a great enrichment of my life.
And back in inside we go to Stadium Putra, Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia for our inline park prelims here at the Asian X Games 6 presented by Toyota. Keith Allen and Arlo Eisenberg ready to take you through the action as we narrow the field down to the top 10 on their way to the finals, hoping for that gold medal and the invite to X Games 10 in LA. Each skater getting 2 60-second runs, scored on a 100-point scale, top 10, moving on to the finals. Our first skater, Farid bin Mohammed Esa out of Malaysia, and Arlo, the Malaysian crowd, been so supportive of all these local skaters.
It's really been such a boost to these riders. You can hear them cheer. Starting out with the 540 over the launch box, good solid way to start a run. You'll see a lot of skaters choosing to start over that launch box. It's a good way to get your adrenaline going, get a good solid first run. Now showing some grinds, he goes topside sole and then locking on kind grind all the way down the ledge box. Great trick there, right into the backslide alley-oop topside sole. So showing a lot of technicality, and look at this, the crowd loves it. A big score to start it out.
86.5 puts him in first place, but here comes Nicholas Schopfer. We've seen this guy skating at the Junior X for years and years. Now in his rookie pro season.
Well, he's not a Malaysian, but he has been getting a lot of support. One of the crowd favorites here. Maybe it's those long locks.
Well, I think Nicholas actually carries passports from Australia, Thailand, and Switzerland. This guy definitely gets around, and his skating has definitely progressed over the past couple of years. 85.75 has Nick Schopfer in second place. Now looking at some highlights, Poinchalat Nuniam from Thailand, 12th place with 78 and change. Check this out.
Yeah, great looking 540, and then going all the way around the corner with the topside acid. Thailand's produced some top skaters here at the Asian X Games over the years.
Katsushiko Sagata out of Japan, 82.75 puts him in 9th. More use of that radius like right there. Great feature on the course. Been loving that element.
Yeah, and one of the highlights definitely was on the handrails. He switched it up with those double combos.
Bazuli Suramaji out of Singapore, 82.25 puts him in 10th place. Up and over the gap.
Bazuli has a really unique style. You see how he kicks out his legs on some of those tricks. Reminiscent of one of the top pros, Brian Shima. Now rewinding back the other way as he spins out of the Royale. Stepping over into the step over, backside alley-oop.
Still to skate, Takeshi Yasutoko, Jirasak Tasorn, Soishiro Kaneshima, and Sam Fogarty.
For me, the most challenging part of the course is the launch box.
I'll say the fun box. Most difficult, the fun box over there.
Because I don't really skate transitions.
Suppose the launch box is big and I'm small. Most difficult. I think that one. Because it's so tight. Maybe this side, I don't like.
All right, back with more Run 1 action in our inline park prelims here at Stadium Putra. And some of the big names still to skate out here, including Jirasak Tasorn out of Thailand. He won this event before, has made the trip to the US to compete. Actually had a very respectable finish there, opening up with a giant double backflip over the box.
I'll say that was very impressive. One of the most exciting tricks we've seen so far in the contest. Now coming back and slowing it down a little bit, showing some technical moves as well as he goes backslide into the alley-oop porn.
Man, Jirasak has really matured as a skater over the past couple of years.
Well, he's always been very good. You know, he's got the hardware to show for it, but he's able to put together an entire line.
And I think he understands how to put a line together a lot better after a couple years of contest skating.
Right, that's an important point because he's always had the skills, no doubt about that, but to be successful in contests, you've got to be consistent and be able to put together an entire run.
That was just a series of near-death experiences right there.
But it's okay, the judges are going to appreciate what he was going for. It's very difficult transferring from one obstacle to another.
Well, Jirasak started out banging. He's currently sitting in first, but I don't think he did everything he wanted.
ก็แปลกใจนิดหน่อยเพราะว่าตัวเองยังทำไม่ค่อยดีเท่าไหร่
Well, he'll have a second run to get it together. Ian Brown out of Australia. Flashing back to some highlights from last year, this kid was on fire.
Ian has a lot of competition experience. He competes on the pro circuit, and he was able to parlay that into a second place finish to Sam Fogarty, his good friend, in last year's Asian X.
As we look forward to what's going on now in the present, Ian Brown going to try and dial it in, see if he can take home an X Games invitation.
That was a fun trick, going upside down, monkey plant 540 over that volcano. Setting up for the little bold corner, getting a front side almost all the way around. And then backslide over that little gator gap. And now keeping it fakey really helps your line when you can link your tricks like that.
No, because it's only prelims, so I'm in third. It's a good spot, so I can just relax and then wait till practice before the finals, try to learn something else, and then yeah, go from there.
Now, here's a face we don't see on a park course a whole lot. Takeshi Yasutoko, one of the world's most dominant forces in vert skating, taking it to the park course.
Yeah, we see him out here about once a year. It's at the Asian X Games. He always takes a shot at the street competition. He does very well with tricks like that. And look at this. You expect him to do well in the transitions, but showing some difficult grinds. And now coming 540, bringing that one from the vert ramp. He's able to keep so much speed and so much amplitude around this course. You can really see how that vert experience pays off for him. Uh-oh, trying a line here. Didn't quite work for him, but he stayed on his feet and now hitting the handrail, showing that he's not afraid of some of these big park elements. And another vert move. Nice balanced run for Takeshi. Very exciting.
Yeah, first run is I a little bit miss trick, but yeah, I'm happy. You know, I'm maybe 6 or 7. Nice.
Panumas Virajanakic out of Thailand, another name and face that we have seen time after time at the Asian X. This kid definitely has the skills to make it through to the final, maybe even get up on the podium.
Clean 540 over the box to start it out. And you see all the skaters showing the different elements. They're good with the airs, also want to show some of the technical grinds. Backside, alley-oop, topside. You've seen a few riders trying this trick, and a disaster topside acid over the little camel hump grind rail, and getting all the way over the top of that ledge box.
83.75 puts Panumas in 6th place. Here we go, Soichiro Kaneshima. This kid out of Japan has so much style. Took 4th place last year in the park finals and wanted to move his way up that podium. First, you got to make it through to the finals, and Soichiro off to a good start right here.
Well, I tell you what, if they were judging the practice session before this contest, Soichiro already would be #1. He was really just killing it on the handrail, and as you mentioned, that style is just impeccable. Spinning fakie 270 into the frontside royale. That was after landing fakie on straight. Again, we see another rider going for this transfer here off of the grind rail onto the ledge box.
88 3/4 puts him in 2nd place right now after 1 run. Sam Fogarty out of Australia. Took the gold medal last year. Sam is a skater that definitely has the ability to put together those gold medal runs, but sometimes Sam just ain't feeling it. And when Sam ain't on, he's all the way off.
Yeah, you never know when you're going to get a fully motivated Sam Fogarty, but when you do, it always is a very good run. And he's always in contention for the top spot, especially here at Asian X as he goes disaster backside royale. Look at that. That's one of the best lines that we've seen, popping off the wedge, all the way disaster onto the handrail. Good line from Sam. Going top horn over the channel. Just plugging away at the course out here. That's a big transfer up that alley topside sole.
Well, Sam Fogarty tying for 5th place with that run right there. Looking back at the judges like, dude, I thought I skated better than that. Jirsak Tassorn has the top spot. Soichiro Kaneshima in 2nd. Takeshi Yasutoko in that #7 position. And Fazuli Suramaji rounding out the order. When we come back, more action from the park course. Run #2 of the inline park prelims. Still to come this hour, we head outside to the bouldering walls for our women's bouldering semifinals. And then back inside the stadium for our skateboard park final. We'll see how Malaysia's favorite son scores at the Asian X Games 6 presented by Toyota. Our prelims here at the Asian X Games 6 presented by Toyota. Run #1 of 2, that one's in the books, but it's only the best of 2 runs that count. And the top 10 moving on to the finals. Farid bin Mohamed Esa out of Malaysia, currently sitting in 4th place.
Yep, the top-seeded Malaysian coming into the 2nd round. Huge 720 over the launch box. That was a great-looking trick. We've seen a lot of 540s. So if you go bigger than 540, it's a great way to distinguish your run. Setting up, backside royale, heading over the volcano. And we've seen a lot of skaters performing grinds over that channel. The more difficult you can make those grinds, obviously, the better the judges will reflect on it. Now coming back on the other coping, showing a lot of different technical variations. Head for the camel hump, topside sole, clean and stylish. Setting up for a ledge box. Uh-oh, he hit that time grind in the first round, not getting it here. There's a backslide, alley topside.
Farik with 89.75 in second place, and the Malaysian crowd is loving it. Nicholas Schaffer, representing Australia out here, needs 91.26 to lead.
Well, we've got a brand new format this season, something we're trying, where only the best run in the prelims counts. That's different than we've done it in years past. So Nicholas has a great opportunity here to improve his score and just throw out that first one. He showed a lot of promise in the first round, going backside royale over the channel, carrying some speed through the course. Oh, going backside Farfignugan, switching it up royale, going all the way up that ledge. That was a great use of the course, very creative.
And smooth as butter.
Yeah, executed very well, setting up Fakey. Disaster 270 backside royale. So Nicholas now coming to life and putting together a phenomenal run. See if he can keep it going. Fakey 360 kind grind, big moves. This is easily one of the best runs we've seen so far in this contest.
It's amazing to see how much his skating has progressed. We watched him skate in the Junior X event for 3 years. And now Nick, his first time in the pro class, Nick Schaffer is definitely putting together a solid run out here in the prelims.
Well, it's a lot like the amateur circuit for the Pro Tour. You spend enough time there, by the time you make it up to the big show, you've got a lot of experience on your belt and you're ready for the competition. Nicholas really coming through with a great run. Backside royale over the channel. He mixed it up with grinds and airs and huge tricks like this Fakey 360 true spin Mizu.
I'm happy. I landed everything. It's perfect. I'm happy.
Fair enough. Can't improve on that a whole lot. Warapaj Bunyam wants to take a chance at doing that though. He needs 93.51 to lead.
That was a big 540. Whoa, going flat spin 360, practically a backflip over the volcano. Nicholas has really raised the bar here in the second round, so all these skaters are going to have to raise their game as well if they want to compete for that #1 seed. Fakey 360 true Mizu, so matching one of Nicholas's tricks, taking on a different obstacle. Very good run so far. True top acid, oh my goodness. Competition is definitely getting much more heated here in the second round, and he wants to hear from the crowd.
Boom, lays it out. 87 points even in run number 2, puts Warapaj Bunyam in 5th place. Wow, the top 10 going to the finals. Nick Schaffer in first, Jersak Tassoran in second, Farik bin Mohamed Essa out of Malaysia in third. Rounding out that top 10, Takeshi Yasutoko, Panumas Virojanakic, and Katsuhiko Sagata out of Japan. An awesome prelim out here for Inline, and congratulations to Nick Schaffer, the #1 qualifier.
See, all these guys know what they're doing already. They're all pros already. These guys just want to go out there and rip the course, you know? That's all they want.
Stick around, because when we come back, it's our women's bouldering semifinals as the ladies tackle the walls of Tombstone and Tsunami.
Roll the lip or just jump like halfway, and by 5 jumps you're gonna go, man, this is easy, just go twice as far. He came in pretty hard and then let off at the top, and that's why he stayed flat. If he held it on, he would have went like this and moved out. So all you can do is just try to be smooth off the whole lip. One solid deal, you know? Yeah, this is fun, you know, I'm having more fun out here than at the event. I'm learning some new stuff. These guys are learning some new stuff.
Oh, it's getting to be go time. Time to go up the wall. Welcome back to Putra Stadium. Time to get underway with our women's bouldering semifinals. Sport organizer Jim Wan taking the ladies through the paces right now. Before we get started, let's check in with one of our route setters, Brandy Prophet.
My name is Brandy Prophet, and I'm from Albuquerque, New Mexico, and I'm the first woman course setter and route setter and forerunner here at the Asian X Games. And I think that it's been an incredibly valuable experience so far for me as well as for women climbers everywhere to be involved in this project, because I think that women tend to approach climbing and movement in a very different way than men do, and that's why it's very important to have a woman involved on this team.
Well, Zalfarina Muhammad Drus from Malaysia appreciates what Brandy brought to the table. She competed last year at the Asian X. Not the finish she was looking for, of course, wanting to top out here to make sure she can make it through to the final. She makes it all the way up that first wall. It's called Tombstone. 2 minutes per wall, maximum score. You're scored on how many holds you move advancing your way up the wall. Top 10 overall advance. This is Lisa Laseca out of the Philippines. Took 12th place last year. She's 28 years old, working her way up Tombstone, methodically working her way towards that top box to top on out. Lisa Laseca making it to the top of the first wall. Already we have ourselves a tiebreaker situation, and you see the times in the corner. That's what will break the tie. Samantha Berry out of Australia. We saw this young lady advance through the Junior X ranks, and last year had a great climb, but was DQ'd with a technical by missing the box. She's currently sitting in third place. And we move to the alternate climber, Rebecca Foxon out of Australia. Just actually found out she was going to climb yesterday. She's now working her way up and over the ledge. One more hold, can't quite get it.
I'm not in here to win. I only got put into the competition yesterday because somebody was unfortunate enough to fall incorrectly and break their ankle. And so being the alternate here, I got put in. I was really, really excited to be given the opportunity to compete, but it was a little bit of a different sort of mindset from sitting back and watching to suddenly turning around and having to compete and actually focus.
Labanu Ilmawati out of Indonesia. The Indonesian climbers have been so dominant over the years. And Labanu working her way up and over the ledge, and she too tops out on Tombstone. Beatrix Chong out of Singapore, 25 years old. I believe this is the first time we've seen her climb at the Asian X. She now works her way up and over the ledge, topping out. She's in 5th place. Now, as you see, many of these ladies have topped out on the wall, but we divert to their times to set the leaderboard. Yu Yun Yunyar in 1st place, Tomoka Ogawa in 2nd, Beatrix Chong down in 5th. Hey, stick around because we are coming back with a lot more action. Still to come this hour, you see all these Malaysian skateboarders getting dialed in, focused, ready for the final. We're going to be making Malaysian skateboard history up here in a little bit with our Skateboard Park Finals. But coming up next, oh yeah, it's back outside, wall number 2, Tsunami of the women's climbing semifinals at the Asian X Games 6 presented by Toyota. Welcome back to a little something I like to call the blistering heat. It's our women's bouldering semifinals, and the ladies getting ready to work their way up their 2nd wall. After one wall, you see the tiebreaker puts Yu Yun Yunyar on top.
안녕하세요. Hello from Korea. My name is Kim Hyun-jung. Last year, I was a 2nd winner. I will compete and I want to win champion. I like Asian X Games, so I come in here, Malaysia. Nice to meet you. 만나서 반갑습니다.
And here we go with the 3-time Asian X medalist Kim Hyun-jung, who struggled on the first wall, actually got no score on the first wall, now working her way towards this very dynamic hold on wall number 2. This wall we call Tsunami, as she works her way up and over the ledge, topping out. Right on, she goes right into 4th place. Yu Yun Yunyar out of Indonesia, currently on top of the leaderboard and one of the most dominant climbers we've ever seen out here at the Asian X. Yu Yun Yunyar always in the hunt. Now as she works her way over the ledge right here, this overhanging portion, one of the most difficult sections of the wall. Yu Yun Yunyar topping out on both walls. She's securely in 1st place. Akio Noguchi out of Japan, 14 years old, a young girl up on this wall, and I'll tell you what, she's got a very dynamic style. Look at her, inverted, using that hanging hold and gonna get her toes up inside the grab. Can't quite hang on to the hold. She sits in 5th place. Tomoko Ogawa out of Japan, took the gold medal last year, the defending gold medal champion, working her way up Tsunami through the overhanging section right here. Oh, you can almost feel the burn yourself as she works her way up and over the ledge. Check this out, 1 hole to go, tops out, and another top spot right there for Tomoko.
Last small yellow one, and the goal is little difficult because very small, and the foot stance is, balance is no good.
Very difficult to get up this overhanging wall. Payorm Nungchan out of Thailand, working her way through the overhanging section. The chain is giving everybody a fit right here. Burning so much energy, currently sitting in 8th place, can't make it up the wall. Kim Jae-in out of Korea, took the gold medal in the Junior X back a couple years ago, and now she's graduated to the main event. I love this chain. Check this out. Using her feet dynamically in that chain to work her way and advance up and over the ledge. 1 more hold, reaching for the top spot. She tops out. Kim Jae-in out of Korea now moves up into 5th place after topping out on both walls. Tiffany Malias out of Australia, 20 years old, took 2nd place at the Aussie Nationals, and she now works her way through the overhanging section, reaching for the chain.
What she's doing with her feet right there is called a bicycle. She pulled it, creating opportunity.
Climbing methodically up and over the ledge, lunging for that top spot. She tops out as well. So many ladies making it up these walls. We're going to divert to the times to settle the tiebreakers.
My initial goal was top 5. I think I want to push that up to top 3. I want to make it onto the podium.
Be nice to see you get there, Tiffany. Yunya Yunyar currently on top of that leaderboard. Tomoko Ogawa in 2nd. You see the stars next to him. That means the tiebreaker based on those wall 1 results. We now move back indoors for our Junior X Skateboard Park Finals. Keith Allen and Paul Higgins taking you through the action. And Paul, year after year, this has been one of my favorite events at Asian X, the junior skateboarders. Benjamin Bodner right here from Australia at 14 years old. Been watching this kid skate for the last 4 years, and he absolutely rips.
Ollie's over that gap like it's nothing. You're noticing how big his feet are.
Well, he's got to grow into those feet. That's what I'm saying. But you know what? His skate style has definitely grown in pretty large at this point. This kid really takes chances. He's a big trick skater. Check this out. All tweaked out.
I like this 50-50 down around the rail. Really smooth, regular style skateboarder with the right foot in his back.
And Benji, not only a big trick skater, but a very savvy contest skater. Knows exactly how to impress the judges, and he's impressing me too.
Certainly is. Nice flip trick. And then here, finishing really strong. This kid's got it all. A couple more years, professional.
Check it out, ollieing up, gigantic 50-50, and Benji Bodner stomping it again.
I was happy I used all the course. I learned my kickflip indie. I just stacked one of the easiest tricks, but I've been practicing at home in Sydney, Australia, and just trying to get ready for the Junior X5.
Well, I can tell you that Benji's going to grow up to be a ripper, but he's already a ripper. Colm Noonan, he is 13 years old, out of the UAE. Check this out, Colm up to the big ledge over the mine shaft, getting things started early. Now for the foot tricks, little kickflip right there.
I would hate to be the judges because they have just a tremendous job. First of all, your heart goes out to each one of these kids because they're so young and they're ripping at such an early age. And at the same time, Keith, aren't they composed out there?
Yeah, Colm doing a great job putting it together right now. Oh, trying to take it in faking, can't pull it off.
I landed my first trick and I felt very comfortable, and then after that everything went smoothly apart from the very last trick.
Well, Colm pretty stoked with his performance there, and here comes Stefan Niedermeyer, Australian, currently living in Singapore.
Oh, jeez. Why don't I just start off with a big ollie and drop into the course?
Yeah.
You know,
gigantic bomb drop.
You mentioned earlier about hey, you got to get some ankle braces on. These kids.
My knees and ankles wince every time I see that.
Yeah, but they're like rubber right now. They're so young, you know? Just bounce right back.
To be indestructible.
Now, when you're a judge, you're looking at the entire course that these kids are using, and I think they've learned a lot from the pros watching the X Games over the years, because these young men use a lot of the course and they do a trick over every obstacle.
Well, competitive skateboarding is getting to the level these days. Wow, gigantic 50-50 grind. You can't have blank walls. You can't have blank obstacles. You got to hit it all. And Stefan Niedermeyer owning it right here on the rail, giant 50-50.
Well, my aim is basically to get top 3, you know. I'm really looking for a medal that would really please me, because last year I was a little bit struggling, but now, you know, I've come back and, you know, been practicing a lot more, so yeah, now I'm feeling a little bit more confident.
It's working out, buddy. It's working out. Niedermeyer skating well and taking home a silver medal. Congrats to Cole Noonan taking home his first bronze. And Benji Bodner out of Australia back up on the podium for a change. Check it out. A full necklace full of medallions. Now we're moving up to the main event, Skateboard Park Finals, a packed house to check out the action. Let's let Sasha Steinhorst preview the field.
Daisuke, amazingly young, talented kid, you know, he's only like 17 years old, from Japan. Has great technical ability, but also kind of has a bigger picture in the whole idea of skateboarding, you know. He's able to ride transitions, and I think he's going to be a crowd pleaser tomorrow in the finals. Huang, also, you know, he banged out a solid, amazing run today. Stuck the big handrail, you know, not too many guys got on the big handrail. I think that he'll do well tomorrow as well. Padin's always, you know, crowd pleaser in Malaysia. You know, it's his country. And I think that Padin will step it up, and you know, I think he saved a few tricks for tomorrow. I predict we're going to have a really good final. I think that the guys got over their jitters, you know, and skating in front of the crowd and stuff, and they're going to put their minds to it, and I think that we're going to have a really, really good final.
Well, in the prelims, Daisuke definitely had the best skate of the day. Wang Yaote doing well, Ahmad Fazil, and actually 4 Malaysians making it through to the final here. The crowd all amped up, Paul. This is going to be an epic afternoon.
It's going to be fun watching it, and listening to Sasha talk about these skateboarders was really insightful, because Sasha is a fantastic skateboarder.
Well, here's Jirawat Pao-in out of Thailand. He's the first guy on course.
Nice. Nice over the rail, just really unique, and again, he's got a lot of speed that he brings to this course, and when you look at the transitions, he's flowing really well. Adding a number of different kick flips. Here's another one. Oh, but he misses, and that will count just a little bit off.
But he comes back for a little redemption on the flat bar.
Yeah, a little sketchy, but he pulls it off. And here, up there, you talked about the rail. Look at that, the 180 out, just kind of slipping and sliding. And then the flip, check out where his front foot landed.
78.33 has Jirawat in first place. Each skater getting 2 60-second runs on a 100-point scale. You take home that gold medal, you're qualified for X Games 10 in Los Angeles. Enzo Castaneda out of the Philippines, qualified 5th. Qualifying, of course, for this event through the Manila X Tour. Enzo opening up on the downside of the camelback.
Already opening up with some big tricks and attacking the rails. Now the judges look at that and say, hey, you know, he didn't make it, but he went for it.
He's coming out aggressive, you know, they're going to respect that. You're not going to get scored well if you don't start stopping some tricks, and a big 360 flip to fakie going to pay off. Oh!
Just landed on the backside of his board, but you know, you mentioned it, Keith, he's trying the big tricks, he's going for the big rails, and he's got some rhythm and flow. Judges have a tough decision to make when a rider falls.
Well, you know, I think the tougher part is they're stomping tricks, but not as smooth as I'd like to see it.
And again, the more flip tricks you add in your run, the higher the score you're going to get. And here up there on the rail, on the ledge, he slides down nicely, and then, as you mentioned it, the 360 flip.
Tries to take it to the opposite bank, couldn't pull that one off. He's still got enough for first place with 79 points even. Ahmad Fazil, we call him Padin, and as you can see, he is the local favorite.
could just roll around the course and get a standing ovation, but he's not going to stand still for that.
No, Padin definitely likes to come down and throw down his style, and he has a style that is unmistakably all his own.
So far, pretty flawless run until that 360 flip. But you know what I like about him? He's got a great attitude, great smile as he runs right back to the top of the ramp.
He does, man. Padin is all about having a good time on that skateboard. He owns a couple of skate shops in Malaysia, and you know, he's just out here having fun, representing a sport that he loves.
Let's see what he's gonna do up here. He did this in the prelims, and he pulls it off again. A nice shove it.
180 shove it up on the volcano, and Padin is stomping everything.
And that's okay in the judge's mind because they forgot all about the prelim ride, and now they're out here looking at the final. You could do the exact same run that you did in the prelims, just up it a little bit, and you can win this thing.
Oh, Padin just losing the board at the very end, but still a very solid run. Some of the smoothest tricks we've seen so far in the final. The crowd, 80 points even. The judges love it too. Padin is sitting in first place. Whether he can hang on to that top spot or not, it's already a great day in Padin's book.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. A lot of my friends here with Ben. I don't know, I'm very, very happy. But I don't know what happened to my run, but finally it came out like I got a first rank. I was like, oh, crazy, man. It's got this. I just want to have fun here. And I hope I rank at the podium. So my family, my friends will be proud with me and be happy too.
Wang Yaote out of Chinese Taipei qualified second in the prelims. Those scores, as you said, are done, Paul. This is a whole clean slate right here.
Certainly is, and he's going to have to get a really good run to touch upon that 80 that we just saw, and that ledge is going to help.
Oh, no doubt about it. The big slide definitely going to help things out. Judges looking for that overall impression. You got to mix it up, show a little bit of everything.
He's goofy foot, and that means he has his left foot in the back. Back of the board, sometimes you can't tell these guys are ambidextrous. Falling off the board a little bit there, but coming back for one last crack at this rail. Oh my! Hello.
That is Railzilla 1, Wang Yaote 0.
He was pretty composed after that.
Now, fortunately, that he's taller than the rail.
Keith, get up off the ground, man. It's okay. Up on the ledge, take a look at the back foot guiding it down. And then here, can you say ouch?
Almost the sterilizer. Not fun on the rail, but he's stoked 5th place right now for Wang Yaote. After one of 2 runs, Padin is in first place, Ansel Castaneda in second, Jerwat Palin in third. Wang Yaote in 5th place, rounding out your top 10. Look at that, the number 1 qualifier, Daisuke, sitting in 10th place after one of 2 runs. We're coming back for more action. Run number 2 of the Skateboard Park Finals coming up next from the Asian X. We're back inside Stadium Putra, and the Skateboard Park Final is going down large. We're deep into it, and after one of 2 runs, Ahmad Fadzil, Padin on top of the leaderboard. This is Yohari Fitri out of Malaysia, up onto the flat bar.
Keith, I feel like up at the Staples Center in Los Angeles at the main X Games, the crowd here is electric. It's just a great atmosphere for this sport.
Crowd is definitely going off. So good to be inside. It kind of gives more fans an opportunity to see the course and see the competition. Fans definitely a big part of the contest today.
Nice smooth run, showing us a lot of different obstacles. And here, the nice big ollie grabbing over on the front with his left hand. Oh,
speed kills, man.
And here up on the rail, and you can see it. Did a nice job of that board slide. And here tapping the tail. Again, this is the last trick we just saw.
Yohari Fitri, 79 points even. Another Malaysian up in that podium position in 2nd place. Here comes another one, Ilyas Mat. Needs 80.01 to take the lead away from Padin.
Butterflies dropping into the ramp, not showing it with that huge ollie. Over the gap, making it look so easy, smooth 180.
You know, these Malaysians especially have really progressed over the past couple of years with the support from the Ministry of Youth and Sport and Rakan Muda. We're looking at these guys as contenders, legitimate contenders for podium spots out here.
Certainly are. Trying the 360 flip, just not enough pop to it. And finishing strong, he's got some style. He used the entire course. And here's that 180 ollie, just making it look smooth. That's a pretty good gap. And then the board slide coming right back down into the course. And then again, pointing right down. We saw that in prelims.
Well, Ilias Matt, 77.67, his best score of the day, inside 5th place. Looking at some highlights now from the rest of the field. Jacqueline Pechavorapon out of Thailand.
Well, again, you know, not skating exactly the way he wanted to, but he still had a nice slide down the rail, couldn't hang on.
Bangkar San out of Malaysia, 69.33, his best run of the day, put him in 8th place.
Certainly did, and that's a good showing, using the ledges and the rails, and had a lot of speed to his run in this big board slide.
Julian Tama out of Indonesia, 74.33, his best score of the day.
Aggressive skateboarder up on his tail, and again, doing the rails really nicely, and I like how he flowed out of that.
We're not done yet. 3 skaters still to ride, including our current leader and the #1 qualifier.
Coming up tomorrow on the Asian X Games 6 presented by Toyota, the bike park prelims will sort out which 10 riders will go to the final. 10-time X Games medalist Ryan Nyquist makes a special appearance. In a really close contest, we'll crown a champion in the women's bouldering final. It's a rare moment when vert star Takeshi Yasutoko shows some street skills in the inline park finals. Be sure and check out all the action tomorrow here on ESPN. Coming up next, tens of thousands of Malaysian fans cheer on their favorites. Witness a historical day for Malaysia in the conclusion of the skateboard park final when we come back.
Welcome back to Stadium Putra for our skateboard park finals. Inside heat #2 with 3 skaters still to ride, including our #1 qualifier, currently sitting in 10th place, Daisuke Ponchizuki. Here's Padin Ahmad Fadzil out of Malaysia, currently sitting in 1st place after run #1. Padin going to try and improve on that score, maybe pad that 1st place position a little bit.
It would be nice, but this has to be his biggest day in the sport of skateboarding, with all of these people here on site watching him and watching him rip, as you said, in his 1st run. Will he up it? I don't know. You know, if he's got a good run and nobody's even gotten close to that 80 score. So far, this is pretty, oh, that's the only thing he messes up on.
Well, Padin looks like he's kind of putting together the same run as run #1, maybe trying to improve on it a little bit.
Same demeanor as the 1st run, and I know that he did have 1 fall. Remember, he had 1 fall, but he still got a good score. Oh, and there's the 2nd fall, but you know what? He can still rely and fall back on that 1st run, which nobody has gotten close to.
Well, I think at this point, Padin knows that he's not going to be able to top that 1st run score, but he's sure going to try.
Wow. A lot of speed down that ledge on the 50-50. It looked like all wheels there.
Well, the crowd absolutely loving it. Check this out. Padin up on the flat bar, smooth as butter.
No doubt about it. Showing you the flip tricks.
Takes that one to fakie. Big nose slide up on the flat bar on the way back. And one more shot on the ledge over the mine shaft. Can't hang on to that one. His 1st run score going to stick, 80 points even. Padin is stoked with his day of skating. Huang Yaote out of Chinese Taipei needs 80.01 to lead. 1st run was 76 points. Remember, it's only the best run that counts, so he can pull out all the stops right here and shake up that leaderboard.
No question about it. As you said, all he needs is an 80.1. His 1st run was a 76, and this looks really similar to that 1st run. So much so that he did the same thing on the ledge and sliding back. Oh man, did he do a header right into that other ledge?
Just came unglued, couldn't quite keep his board in contact, and check this out.
We're down to 1 skater that can knock off our leader, and here losing it, different angle, just too much stick.
Wang Yao Te, 76 points. Consistent skating today puts him in 6th place. Of all the skaters in the field, Daisuke has a better chance than anybody to take away the lead.
And a good crowd looking on. Not only is a good crowd looking on, but the leader is looking on as well.
Oh, you better believe it. Padin watching very closely what's going to go down here. And Daisuke, you know, I think he's just nervous today. There's 15,000 people here watching the action. Cameras pointed all over the place, and this is a huge, huge contest for Daisuke.
Well, we can predict who the winner is now because this run's not going to cut it, and it's a great day for this young man.
Padin is super stoked.
Oh, man, give this guy a parachute.
I don't want to see that, man. Gigantic bomb drop out of Daisuke at the end. 67-67, his final score bumps him up into 9th place, and Padin is already starting the party.
And we can feel the party, Keith, and it's a lot of fun watching 2 Malaysians skate to 1st and 2nd, and Keith, you're with the party man.
Oh my, Padin. I don't even know what to say. Out here skating at Putra Stadium, 15,000 people watching the action. You slayed it, bro. You're taking home the gold medal. You're on your way to X Games 10 in Los Angeles to represent your hometown out here. How was it skating in front of this home crowd with this stadium, all these people behind you?
I was so nervous because all my friends was there. Actually, I was glad to say thanks to all the support. Give it up!
Padin, your first run looks so smooth. Maybe came out a little bit nervous, had a little bobble on your first trick, but you got it back together. And run number 2, where you're looking to do the same thing, maybe improve on that score, or looking to do anything different?
I try to improve my run, but things not working so well, but I'm happy with my first run, so I don't know what to say.
Stand up and represent for the 2004 Asian X Games 6 skateboard gold medalist, Padin!
Keith Allen getting into it on the course, and rightly so. It was a terrific course and a terrific day of skateboarding. 15,000 people had an opportunity to watch some home favorites and some skaters they've never seen before. But one guy we'll remember is Padin. He skated well. He will be going to the X Games in Los Angeles. We look forward to that. For Keith Allen, I'm Paul Higgins. This has been the Asian X Games 6, presented to you by Toyota. We'll see you next time.